Hey, I'm on here today. Listen, man. I know all of the people out there do not want to face the facts that if you are a convicted felon, fam, you cannot get caught with a firearm. Them is facts. Man, I'm hearing everybody coming saying, "Nah, it's like this in Connecticut, or it's like this in Georgia, or it's different, and you get your gun laws back." You don't listen, man. When the feds step in, the feds supersede everything. If you are a felon, you cannot get caught with a gun. You can get penalties up to 10 years in federal prison. Them is facts, man. If you look at the caption at the top, I'm outlining the whole law. So anybody, and listen, people may have different sayings in different states. I'm telling you, when the feds step in to whatever situation is going on, they can supersede everything you got going on. At the end of the day, if you get caught with a bullet, fam, because it's firearm and ammunition. It's not just firearm, it's ammunition. If you get caught with a bullet and you done been to the penitentiary twice. I don't care what state you from. I don't give a damn where you from. If the feds step in and decide to prosecute you for having a firearm or ammunition, it under 922G. Look under section 18 U.S.C. Go look. I put it at the top. You cannot, if you've been convicted of a felon and you serve probation for over a year. See, people think you going to the penitentiary. Now, you got probation over a year. Then you cannot get caught with no firearm, man. Plain and simple. Stop thinking you can. You can't. I don't care what your state carry. Ours, we just like we can. I am in Texas. When you in Texas and you ain't been convicted of a felony, you can carry a gun around wherever you want to go. Wherever you want to go, you can carry a gun around. If you are in the United States of America and you got a felony and you decide to walk around your city and get caught with that gun, and the feds decide to pick that gun case, 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. If you got a gun case, fam, if you got any felonies, and see, this is the funny part about it, because people out there that don't understand the dynamics of you getting all of them small, little not misdemeanor cases, but felony cases, and then after they give you a felony case, they put you on probation. Then you'll catch another felony case. It'd be a low grade felony case, but it's still a felony case. They'll put you on probation for that. Then they'll put you on probation for that. Then you get caught up in a federal sting, and all you got is a gun on you. You ain't got nothing to do with the federal sting, but you just got a gun on you. Oh, you got 10 out the gate coming. Why? Because you a convicted felon, fam. You can't get caught with no firearm. I don't care what nobody done told you. Do not let them get you. Don't let them people trick you off the streets thinking that you can have a gun and you can't. You know what I mean? Now, if you ain't been a felon, yeah, you can get caught with, you can have a gun, yeah. But once you become a felon, I hope they change the rights. You got to understand, I don't know certain states. I don't know certain states. I done heard that some people said that after 5 years, you get your gun rights back in certain states. I don't know how they work. I don't. But I do know this. If the feds step in and you doing something with the feds, you get caught with a gun, fam. You getting a whole bunch of time. That's how they get us, period. And I'm gonna tell you how they get you. They turn back around here and they get you on the little small cases, and then they'll put you on probation for it. And then when you get caught with a gun, you can just be done got pulled over. They done pull you over. You feel you got to have your heat with you wherever you go. Because of probably the business we in, whatever that might be. You feel you got to have your heat on you wherever you go. Boom, you riding down the street, bam. 5-0 pull you over. They decide they going to search your car. They find a gun in your car. All they got to do is find out if you on probation or parole, and it's going to probably come up as soon as your name come up. They going to realize that you on probation or parole on a convicted felon, and then what they going to do? They going to take you to jail on convicted felon with a firearm, and you going to jail. And when you get down to the jailhouse, if the feds had been watching you and they decide that they going to pick your case up, that's exactly what they going to do. They going to say, I know him. I know him. Yeah, we going to pick that case up. What is that? What kind of case he got? Well, he got pulled over and he had a gun. Oh, yeah, we going to pick that up. Or the feds could be watching you. Let's say, for instance, the feds ain't got nothing on you. Feds ain't got nothing on you, but they watching you. So they turn back around here and order for you to be pulled over. Boom. They pull you over, search your car. Well, they find a bullet in an old toolbox. Oh, you a convicted felon. You can't have a gun or ammunition. So now they done took you to jail on on gun charges, because you got to remember, it's gun and ammunition. It ain't just firearm. It's firearm and ammunition. So one without the other is the same. They only found the bullet. And the bullet was found in an old toolbox. Oh, they gonna pull you out. They gonna say, oh, yeah, Fed looking for him. We want him. Yeah, lock him up. What you locking him up for? Convicted felon with a firearm and ammunition. What? He didn't even have a gun, but he had ammunition. Go read the file. Ammunition is firearm and ammunition. Yeah. When you go look deep into it, yeah, that's how they can get you just with ammunition, just with a bullet, fam. I know. Fam, listen, I've been locked up with folks that these feds done locked them up for literally. Prime example, I had a partner that was locked up, man, on federal gun charges. Guess what? He was renting the house. He renting the house out. It was his house. He renting the house out to somebody. Well, they working out the house. Laws come in, bust the house, turn back around, take everybody to jail. Guess who else they come and pick up? They come pick the owner up. Why? The owner owned that house. Guess what was in that house? Firearm. He is what? A convicted felon. What they came and do? Picked him up. The feds did. Now, they didn't have to do that, but the feds got every right to do that. Because what? You a convicted felon. You ain't supposed to have a firearm nowhere. Nowhere around you. Nowhere you can have access to. See, the reason why they got him with the convicted felon of a firearm because of it was his rented house is because it was his house. He had access to it. Do you understand how that go? It was his house. He had access to the gun. Even though he rented the house out, he still had a key to the house to get in the house when he got ready to get in the house. And there was a gun in the house. And the gun that was in the house, it was in his name. Now, he ain't got nothing to do with that house. He rented that house out. The laws came in, bust the house, found guns and drugs in the house. Why has that got something to do with him and he rented the house out? No, because the feds wanted him to. It was his house. Guns was in the house. He get locked back up. Do you see how easy that is? Fam, convicting felon with a firearm. You can't have one. That's why I always be going on here, man, like, man, y'all got to learn how to fight, youngsters, for real. I got to get in and learn, jump back down there and learn how to fight. Because they finna get ready to make these gun laws, like, really strong for people who want to act the fool. People who want to apply 5 pounds of pressure to solve their problems, fam, they going to hide you. And you got to understand, man, it ain't no such thing as going around, man, applying 5 pounds of pressure and getting away with it. You don't get away with crimes no more, fam. I'm for real. You may have in the early 90s when it wasn't a camera on every corner. It wasn't a camera on every corner back in the early 90s during the times, yeah. You probably could walk around, but not now. You're going to get caught, fam. There's a camera on every street corner, fam. There's a camera on every freeway. There's a camera on every door, every street, every ring camera leading out. There's a camera. There's a camera on every store. There's a camera on there's a camera. You are being watched 24/7, fam. And then you talking about driving across town and applying 5 pounds of pressure and then getting away with it? Nah, it don't work like that no more, man. It don't work like that no more. You can't get away with crimes like that no more. You know, they just setting you up to put you in prison for the rest of your life. That's it. I'm serious. They apply you thinking that you can solve your problems with 5 pounds of pressure is gonna get you in a world of trouble, man. For real. If again. Like those ones that, you know, they sit back and talk about, we talk about those times. All you want to do is go get your gun. You can't fight. You know, down here in Texas, man, we got a little old thing that we fight. We love to fight. I mean, for real. So kind of like, it kind of like, you ain't real if you gotta go get your pistol. You know what I mean? You gotta go get your pistol. You can't fight. Oh. Cause see, after you can't fight and then you shoot and kill me, you can't fight and you gonna shoot and kill me. You going to prison for the rest of your life. Where they fight? I don't be getting that with the youngsters, man. These youngsters be walking around here, man. They be 118 pounds, man, and ain't never had a fight in their life, but they trigger happy. And they don't realize when they go to prison for the rest of their life, they gonna be misused and abused because they can't fight. They ain't got no manhood about them. They think that they can solve their problems with this. You thinking with your emotions, youngster. And when you think with your emotions, I'm getting honest with you, man. You gonna end up in prison for the rest of your life. For real. I used to call an individual. I remember when I went to prison, man. When I first got to prison, man, I was wilding the funk out. As I'm wilding out, right? As I'm wilding out, I never forget, man. What a cat that had a life sentence came to me here. He said, "Hey Trent, you lucky." I'm like, I didn't understand the reverse psychology that he was putting on me. He said, "You lucky." I say, "Why you say that?" He say, "Because you got a date. You got a date you getting up out of here." I ain't got no date. I'm gonna die in here. And I thought about it for a second. He say, when you go to team, every 6 months you go before council and then you talk about what you gonna do or what you gonna do when you get out. You understand what I'm saying? They say what classes you done took. You know, they be on a panel, the unit manager, the manager, and everybody else around, right? And you be then you be saying, well, what you gonna do when you get out? And you go to telling them, okay, well, I'm doing this. I done took this computer class, this, that, and the third, right? Well, he told me that when it's his turn to go in there and ask for team, they would say, well, harsh speaking, he say, where you want your body? You still want your body in Fort Worth when you dead? You got to ask him that. You want your body changed location when you dead? See, when you got a life sentence in the feds, when you gonna die in the feds, fam, they ask you where you want your body to be shipped when you die. See that opened my eyes, right? That opened my eyes. The man said, "Man, you got a date." You know, I ain't got no date. I'm gonna die in here. And you wilding out like you wilding out. You gonna fool around here and you ain't gonna have no date. You got a date now. But you wilding out the way you wilding out, Trent, you ain't gonna have no date. You gonna fool around here and kill somebody in here. Or they gonna kill you. My eyes was open that day, fam, for real. I went home, I went to my cell. I went thinking back like, God dang. To think for me to never get up out of her? Wow, man, hold on. I had to reevaluate at that moment and be like, wait a minute, hold on, man. Big boy say he ain't never coming home. They asked him where they want his body be shipped when he died. And when I go to team, they asking me what I'm gonna do when I get out. Man, shh. Better change your ways, youngster. Cause like I say, man. And the reason why I be doing the little old videos on learn how to fight before you go to prison, the reason why I be doing that, I be really trying to do some reverse psychology. Cause the truth is, man, is if you don't know how to defend yourself, and you go to any prison, I don't care where you from, you can be all over the New York to California to the south to the north, for real. They rough all over. I don't give a that. They're true bullies. The weak, if you weak, you don't know how to fight. You don't know how to work a knife. You think you got game. Hey, listen. That don't work in there, man. You could been the baddest individual on the streets with this finger. But in there, fists, knives. Yeah. That's what works in there. If you are on the streets, you wouldn't leave home without this. If you couldn't leave home without this, you can't go nowhere without this. You can't do nothing without this. I can only imagine, man, when you get in there. Shh. Cause you ain't got that no more. And if you ain't used to doing this, if you ain't used to working your hands, fam, you ain't used to bobbing and weaving and getting out the way, learn how to work a knife for real. And you in a world of trouble. You gonna get misused and abused. And I'm only stating facts, man. Yeah, I do be trying to trick your ass not to come up and go to the penitentiary. That's what I be trying to do to anybody. I don't care who it is. When you think with your emotions, when you get mad and you think that applying 5 pounds of pressure, I'm going to get mine. One day you going to go get that thing and you're going to let that thing loose. Either it's going to be early death for you, or you going to the penitentiary for the rest of your life. And I don't know if you, hey man, listen, I'm being honest with you. I did that shit for 14, I missed 14 Christmases. You understand me? 14 Christmases. And this shit is not cool. Standing up every day for 4 o'clock count. Yeah, every day. For 14 years, I stood up for 4 o'clock count. I was told when to go to bed. I was told when to wake up. What? I was told when I could go eat. I was told when somebody could come visit me if they allow me to have a visit. Shit, what? Man, what? I was told what I could wear and what I couldn't wear. What? Because you want to be out here applying 5 pounds of pressure. So you want to do that shit for the rest of your life? No, young. Hey, man, listen to me. Listen to me. I just got through, matter of fact, my partner just left her. Right. He'd been out 5 months. You know how long he did? 31 years. He missed 31 Christmases, fam. 31. 31 Christmases in federal prison, man. What? What? I mean, you know what, man? Next time I get on her, man, I'm going to post his... Matter of fact, when I get out from live, we took a picture. I'm going to shoot this picture to you. I sure am. I'm going to say 31 years. 31 Christmases. Man, that shit ain't cool. Yeah. And a lot of that time was for having a gun. For real. A lot of the time, that came from having shit. At least 15 of it. 15 of it came from having a gun. Along with the crime. And you know, when you're in the feds, you do 85%. You know, when you in the oh yeah, man. It's so that's why I always tell the youngsters and younger generation that hey man, I do be trying to trick you. I ain't gonna lie. I be trying to use some reverse psychology on you, man. Tell you to get your shit together. You know what I mean? Tell you to get your shit together. That's all. Luna, stop. I be telling you to trying to get you to get your shit together, cause it's easy to get caught up in some bullshit, fam. I just get the story. Look. Young cat. Look, check this out. Young cat goes over to his homeboy house, right? Go to his homeboy house, right? While he over his homeboy house, his homeboy baby mama called him. Talking about, say, man, there's some fools over here tripping, man. Come on over here, hurry up. He get off the phone with his baby mama. He tell his homeboy, hey, man, you got that fire on you? Homeboy say, yeah, I got that fire. Him and his homeboy going on over there. Now, homeboy ain't got a clue what the hell going on. When he get over there, it's a whole bunch of fire. Fire. Right? It's a whole bunch of fire, right? Well, 24 hours later, They done came and picked up 2 people. He was one of them. All he did was stop by his homeboy house, and homeboy said, come on. You see how easy that is for you to lose your whole life and behind your homeboy saying, man, come on? He said, nah, fam. What he should have done was he should have said, man, who over there tripping, fam? Shh, what you need me for? You go do your dirt by your lonesome. You don't need me to go do no dirt. Nah, you don't need me. That's what he should have done, but he didn't do that. Now, 24 hours later, he's fighting a murder charge, because one of them done unalive somebody. Shh, listen, man. Listen, youngsters. Stop thinking that applying 5 pounds of pressure is gonna get your point across. It's gonna get your point across, but it's gonna get you a shitload of time, man. I just pray they don't give you a life sentence, man, because they trying to hand out life sentences like they lollipops around here, for real. They handing them out, Jack. Because you can't walk around and do this, fam. You just can't. Ain't any situation, I don't care how old you is. You get into it with somebody, you get into a conversation, you get into a dispute with somebody. Man, hey, man, the best thing to do is, to turn and walk away, because none of that shit ain't about nothing. For real. It's easy, man. It's easy. It's easy to do this. Boy, it's so hard to get out of it. For real. It's easy to do it. It's hard getting out of it, man. Real talk, man. One love, one life, and one family, man.